Guys, we have to stay humble these next 8 days. You must surrender that there might be a plan that God has above us, but you must use duty and obligation and energy and spirit to just make this the 8 days when you've gone crazier than ever before. And I don't mean crazy in a bad way. I mean that you just work so hard that you go from 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. What could be more important than this? This election will be decided right on the margins. And yes, it might get out of control in one way. We'll see. Blake, Madison Square Garden was yesterday. I'm not sure if you're in agreement with this, but I thought that, and when I first heard it was announced, my initial reaction was like, okay, this, blue state thing, I'm not a big fan of that late in the election. However, it was brilliant as far as a mainstream media takeover and Donald Trump kind of going back to the city that he helped build to kick off the end part of his campaign, especially with Tucker, Tulsi, Bobby Kennedy, Eli.
I don't know if anyone necessarily planned this, but what I could see being the fortuitous development from this is how it's almost like we've taken the media all the way back to 2016. You remember the media strategy in or it wasn't even really a strategy, it was an addiction. They would cover all of these Trump rallies and they could not help themselves from just going like, isn't it? It's so horrible.
That is so true.
We're going to cover every minute of it. CNN covered the whole rally. MSNBC covered the whole rally. And I mean, they'd have their shrill headlines where I think MSNBC had a headline.
The whole rally that said like Nazi-like.
Yeah, they're
something.
like Trump continues deranged rhetoric against migrants at MSG, and all the Hitler stuff they're doing, all very much like 2016. And you'll remember in 2016, after the election was over, they suddenly realized, wait, maybe broadcasting every single Trump speech and rally unedited blew up in our face because not everyone is as mentally unbalanced as we are, and we've taken them back to that. They're, for whatever reason, we've debated, are they seeing something we don't? Are they just freaking out? Are they pivoting their strategy for some reason? But they've decided their pitch for the final week is Trump, Hitler, Hitler,
So
Nazi.
I'll tell you my thoughts, and you don't have to agree. Number one, I think they're trying to get Trump killed. I think that they're trying to, again, if you're running up against Hitler, you increase the temperature that it's okay to take a shot at him. Okay, and look, we saw this, remember, Blake, you remember they had Trump on the front of the New Republic with the Hitler mustache. As they increase the Hitler language, it doesn't make Trump safer. I think
it's really just, this is, Democrats are children. They're going to do that for every candidate, and they have done it for every candidate.
Fair enough, but it doesn't make Trump safer. It doesn't. That's number one. Number two, and I think you'd agree more at this, is it creates societal permission for micro cheating. So if you think you're running up against Hitler and Nazis, then you're going to go steal your neighbor's ballot and fill it in because you have to do whatever you can to stop.
Yeah,
Hitler.
the punch a Nazi thing.
Exactly.
Said, yeah.
And so, but finally, is that Kamala Harris, she is not getting support from the black community nearly close to Biden or Obama. The turnout is not there, and the margins aren't there. The turnout is not there so far in early voting, and we have the numbers to reflect that. But so she's going after high-propensity suburban voters, where her version of the Madison Square Garden rally is this huge things on Tuesday at the Ellipse. Is that the correct term?
In
Washington,
DC?
yeah.
It's
this huge thing. So let's play some of the Madison Square Garden rally. But the Nazi messaging is all about trying to run up the score with suburban educated women that are high propensity and that are just trying to win a little bit more there. Okay, let's go to, let's see, play cut 9, President Trump at the Madison Square Garden.
After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in the history of the USA. With your help from now until Election Day, we will restore America's promise, we will put America first, and we will take back the nation that we all love. We bleed the same blood, we share the same home, and we salute the same great American flag. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in, we will never give up, we will never, ever back down, and we will never, ever, ever, ever surrender. Together we will fight, 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 and we will win, win, win. We're going to win, win, win.
It was
chilling.
Yeah, exactly. The way they frame it is, it's a chilling Hitlerian speech. I would like to believe the American people are a little immune to that line of criticism. How insulting, by the way. If you're a Jewish American and you hear this, the cheapening and the overuse of the analogies to Hitler cheapens the evil of Hitler. I would be so offended by that crap.